Hey, what's happening, everyone? I'm Jacob.
I'm CJ.
And I'm Jeremy.
And today, we're doing Senseless reviews. First off, we bought some old games for some old consoles, and I gotta say, for the most part,
They're great.
I'm impressed. I mean, for the value that you're paying, I mean, it's a fantastic deal.
For example, I bought a PlayStation 2 for $50, and it still works 2 days in.
So if you live in the hit up Play and Trade located near Walmart, fantastic shop. Local, you have games, you have comics, and most importantly, you have any merchandise you could be looking for, whether it be game-related or otherwise.
Including Fortnite Monopoly. Let's jump into this first game we got here.
You have the right to freedom of speech. You have the right to freedom of worship. You have the right to freedom from want. And you have the right to freedom from fear. I alone have the fifth freedom, the right to do whatever it takes to ensure that your four freedoms are protected and preserved. I alone have full authority to spy, steal, destroy, and assassinate in order to protect
Alright, our first game.
freedoms.
Splinter Cell by Tom Clancy.
Amazing.
2003, this one's for Xbox, and that's PS2, correct?
Yep, PS2, and it's also on PC. So, one thing I noticed right off the bat when we started playing this was, I have it for PS2. CJ, you have it for Xbox, correct?
Yeah.
Right, why don't you hold it up? So, the game is scored surprisingly high, 9.6. Maybe not surprisingly for Xbox, but PS2, the controls are just so stiff. It is. It's like walking with a broomstick up your ass. You're not going to get anywhere.
No, these actually do have some pretty relatively impressive graphics for the generation. I mean,
amazing lighting.
oh yeah,
Amazing.
fantastic. The dynamic lighting
Yeah,
is something that
putting on the goggles.
you never
that
see
is
something
great.
like that in the Xbox era. So being able to experience that in Splinter Cell is fantastic. It looks beautiful.
Amazing, brilliant game. Absolutely love
Compared to the PlayStation 2 game that I don't have anymore, Medal of Honor, where it was so freaking dark.
it. Yeah, don't play that on a PS2. It's terrible.
Don't play that, period.
How would you say it handles
The
Garbage.
control-wise?
Oh,
Oh,
this
this-
one? So it's really stiff on PS2. Maybe there's some sensitivity settings they have to fiddle around with, but on Xbox, it worked fine.
Yeah, except for some of the parkour is a bit
Yeah,
wonky.
the jump and what would you call it for it? The
the
collision detection?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was a big problem with Xbox and PlayStation
Yeah,
2
this
as,
was
as
like-
a whole. So
Yeah, still trying to figure out what 3D is. All right, so should we jump into Chaos Theory?
Yeah, jump.
I want to quickly point out, I went further than CJ did in this game,
We played it for like 5 minutes.
and you couldn't get past tutorial.
Yeah, because I didn't even do the tutorial.
now one of the first things you're going to notice is the graphics are technically more impressive. All of the models are higher
I
definition.
was surprised by the shirt, in all honesty. Like, I finished the first mission, and then it was just the shirt. I was like, that's it.
Yeah, the
That's
detailing on the
that's a nice
fabric,
shirt.
the clothing, the models, and all the detailing is fantastic, except the lighting seems to have taken a step back.
No, we only did
Also-
like half a mission.
Okay, I want to point out
Just
one
the
thing as
tutorial.
well. So CJ bought this game. This is a European copy. American disc.
I love
Not sure how that
That's
happens,
really
but-
cool. That's really cool. I love it.
I think it's funny. I think the only game I have where it's like this is Battle for Middle. What is it?
Battle for Middle.
No, Battle for Middle Earth. It's like that RTS game. So let's just move these ones to the side.
What? Splinter Cell, amazing video game.
Splinter Cell out of 10. Where would we
I
go?
give it 9. I
I'd
love
say
it.
a solid 7 or an 8.
All right. So
9.
this one gets 8. This one gets 7. This one as well. I think I'm gonna give it
Probably
high
9.
8.
I give it 9.
I give it a high 8.
I mean, we barely played it, so.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So next game on the list, CJ.
Let's talk about this. All right, we played this for about 2 minutes. It's probably great. We really liked it. We didn't really do much of it, though. We're just kind of walking around.
Out of curiosity, have either of you played this game before today?
No, I have no experience.
All right.
Never at all. We just kind of
So-
running around in the walking section. It
Slow
looked
start.
really great. It looked really
Slow start. I heard it's supposed to be scary. I've seen playthroughs of it though, and I have yet to be scared by it. But maybe that's because it was made back in 2004.
Well, the Associated Press declares it one of the scariest games ever made.
It looks awesome. I can't wait to play it.
Xbox Magazine gave it a 10 out of 10.
No, this strayed a lot from what you'd expect from the Doom IP. They went more into a Silent Hill almost.
I
survival.
would compare it more to Resident Evil with survival horror. Alright, now let's jump into the next game. 007
Awesome.
Agent Under Fire, sorry.
Awesome.
You know,
No.
surprisingly enjoyable. At first, the controls took some getting used to, but once you get into the bluff of the game, it's fantastic. A lot of fun, great experience.
You have your little gadgets. You got your guns, and you can like hit karate chop people. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So, when we went in the store, this was one of the games I wanted for the PlayStation, and I wasn't sure because I played it the other night when I first got it, and I was hesitant about it because it was didn't
Underwhelmed?
feel like I was underwhelmed because I had it hyped up. I used to play this with my second cousins a lot, but revisiting it with friends, it was like, okay, this
It was
is
a
why I
blast.
liked the game.
It was a blast. I loved it.
Fantastic. Really makes you relive. If you have any nostalgia for the James Bond franchise, whether that be GoldenEye or
got
otherwise,
some music and everything.
recommend you check it out. Fantastic game.
Also, might have to pick up the N64. I think it's only $50.
Yeah.
All right, so
Oh, this is one of my personal favorites. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 for the PlayStation 2. Fantastic game.
I'm gonna let you take it away for a little bit longer because
I could not care less about
yeah,
it.
CJ couldn't care less, and I'm just like,
I've actually got a lot to say about this. I've actually completed this game, but I did so on PC. PlayStation 2, the controls are obviously a little bit different. If you're experienced with the PlayStation 2 controller, you should have no problem picking it up. Otherwise, there is a bit of a learning curve. But once you get going, it's so much fun to just grind out some rad tricks. A lot of cool stuff you can do in the game.
I also,
Fantastic experience.
real quickly, I want to point out the excessive amount of blood in this game is hilarious.
You know,
Like,
for a skateboarding game, you don't expect much gore, but
no, like this game, you'll just like accidentally slip a little bit, and you'll have like a blood streak that goes on for miles.
I mean,
because of this.
skateboards, those
hilarious.
things are death traps. It's fun.
Haven't you seen my knee? I was roller skiing. I'm not going to show it on camera because it's all liquidy, but anyway,
Great.
with that graphic detail out of the way,
Couldn't care less.
Spider-Man 2.
One of the classics.
I think now we have to
Amazing.
say second best Spider-Man game.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Looks like Spider-Man PS4 has usurped the throne, but before that, this was the best
Best
Spider-Man game up into...
Hold on,
yeah,
Treyarch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Call of Duty games.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Activision
they
used to help
make
with Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
games, too.
Yeah, they had the rights to it.
Yeah, up through, what, like 20...
I think
15?
up to wasn't
Up
it
to,
Amazing
yeah.
Spider-Man 2?
Yeah,
That's when they lost the license.
Yeah. But up through, 2018 is when Spider-Man PS4 came out?
Oh.
This was the best Spider-Man game, so that tells you something about just
good
the
it was.
quality. I mean,
Now, I'm of sort of, again, I think it's growing up with it that's changed my mind. But in my mind, Spider-Man 3 will always be kind of like top of my list. Like,
I so
can't
bad.
agree-
It's
no,
such a
it's
bad
not
game.
a fun
So
I don't think
mediocre.
it's that bad.
It's
Like,
fun.
Like,
You had,
like maybe it's
How
because
many Spider-Man games have you played? Like 2?
I've played. No, I played some of the other ones on DS, but those.
On
I
DS?
think the
No.
DS is just the weakest platform for Spider-Man. It
You know,
was-
I don't know if nostalgia really
Oh, yeah,
works
we
into
still,
it because
we still have it in the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's so fun.
I did grow up with that, but revisiting it today, I have to say it holds up for
Yeah,
sure.
the combat, the
I mean, the
slinging.
web slinging is awesome. If not, it takes a little bit of getting used to.
Oh, there's a learning curve for sure.
And also, I just want to point out, if you're looking into these games and you get pissed off at first by the camera, we all get pissed off by the camera at first. It's just older games. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a problem
You know what
with
I'm
the era
excited
as a
for?
whole. The
Okay.
cameras are collision detection. It's
Okay, and these are games I just bought like 15 minutes ago. So, like, one of the things I'm really excited to see is like how much better is the camera in a Hideo Kojima game.
Mm-hmm.
Metal Gear Solid 2. I'm super pumped for that. I played the 5th one. That was. Yeah, then we got Hitman, includes a bonus disc. I think I was
Nothing.
lied to.
Well, look at the next one though. Look at that one. Get the PlayStation 2 Classic right there.
God of War 2.
Fantastic game. For
Stay
new
tuned
master.
for that. I think we're gonna beat this entire game.
Looks great. Looks great.
Yeah, the end begins. I'm pumped. I just wish I had the first one. And how can you buy a game? How can you buy a game where you need cars and not immediately think of Burnout? Right?
Yeah, wonderful.
Fantastic
only,
game.
Only car game I like.
Check out Burnout Paradise. That
Yes.
got
Yeah.
remastered recently.
It got remastered. It's ported to PC and next gen console. Oh my gosh! You think they're gonna make? You know what would make this next gen amazing? If EA decided they were actually gonna make good games and they put a new Burnout game on PS5 and Xbox next.
I'm waiting for Skate 4 still, so let's see how that
We've
goes.
been waiting for that game for how many years?
Oh god, it said it'd been at least, what, like 3, 4 now?
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
couldn't
been
care
close
less.
to a decade, hasn't it?
Who cares about
It
skate?
has. It was like 2011, 2012.
Let's quickly check. All right.
I feel like this would work better as like a podcast as opposed to on video. It's just,
Yeah. You know what? You're editing it.
Hmm?
You're editing it still, aren't you?
Well,
Yeah,
just
I guess I'll edit
Put
it.
some gameplay over it.
You're gonna get the
Just put the gameplay over it.
yeah.
That'll be
Put the
great.
gameplay over it. What game am I looking for? Yeah, Skate 3. Skate 3.
Can I grab water quick?
yeah, go for
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
Don't knock over the lights. You feed the dog?
No, I'm about to leave though.
Right, 2010.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's been close to a
I
decade.
thought-
I mean,
saw
it looks
Skate
real
5.
good for 2010.
What do you mean Skate
You
5?
saw Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Yeah.
Burnout Paradise is E10, but in the UK it's 3+.
You know what's great? Midnight Club, LA.
Yeah.
Midnight Club.
I've heard a lot of talk about people like wanting that.
Oh,
In
it's
all honesty,
fantastic.
I want the Agent game that was promised by Rockstar. Alright, but I think that's going to wrap it up. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos from Senseless Entertainment. Once again, I'm Jacob,
I'm CJ.
And I'm Jeremy.
and we'll see you next time.
It's a possibility. I don't know. I mean, I
No,
might not be here.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
do it
this was
again.
kind of terrible. Let's not do this again. Let's go play games.